Welcome everyone. We'll continue our discussion last today's discussion. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Shirayim Nashtaprayeshu Avipreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhavati Tamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nityanaya Cha Nanda Shalakaya Chakshurum Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Dadati Svaparam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnava Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Shri Shesha Paschatya Deshatavini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna. So welcome everyone. We continue our discussion on Kapila's teachings. So this is, we have seen how Kapila has explained about Bhakti, Jnana and Yoga. Now he is explaining how living entities suffer in this world. So last time we have seen like when people perform wrong activities, how they will be in this world, they suffer in different kind of things. And by those sinful activities, how they, the old age and disease, and then after hell, they will go to different and suffer in different ways. And sometimes hell is seen in this world also. So these are the basic experiences till the time of death. So till the time of death and after death. So in this chapter, this is also the very sobering chapter where Kapila is explaining how a living entity suffers womb. So, so how a living entity suffers in this world, the womb. So this is very revealing information where the modern world or anything, they don't discuss about these things. But Bhagavatam, they are discussing these things. And every time, like when we generally, people in this world, they celebrate birthday. And birthday, they say, happy birthday. So happy birthday means very, like it is like very happy, but whenever we see a child getting born, he was not happy, he was crying. If he doesn't cry, people will do many things, slap him like that, so that he will cry. unless he cries, he or she cries, people say she was not normal. So that is the situation, how he is suffering while entering in this world. So that is what these chapters are described, so that uh, people will take spiritual life seriously and they will understand the reality of this world. So in order to make them understand reality, not be in illusion that everything is going okay. How we have suffered in the past. Currently, we are not remembering, but this suffering is everyone has undergone this. So that is a reminder, and it is advising that not to undergo this suffering again. That's why these chapters they are mentioned here. Understand in that spirit, like so Kapil Dev, he says that Karmana Daiva Netrena Jantur Deha Upapattaya Triya Pravishta Udaram Pumso Reta Kanashvaya. So this is the uh, verse which is saying how a living entity attains his body under the supervision of Daiva, under the supervision of the Supreme Lord or Daiva, based on his previous activities, he attains a particular type of body. So he takes shelter of the Reta, semen, and then he enters into a womb of a woman. So in this way, he attains a particular kind of womb. So this is like kind of it reveals that everyone in this world, they were born like through father and mother, and in that the main important thing is their previous activities and under the supervision of the Supreme Lord. So many times people may people may complain, I was born in a rich family, I was born in a poor family, my body is giving a lot of trouble, like my always health issue is there. So all those things based on previous activities, that particular kind of body is given. This is clearly stated. Karmana Daiva Netrena. So in this way, a divinity attains. So then how that uh, that the embryo is developed in the womb, that is given. So Bhagavatam is written around 5,000 years ago, but it gives complete description which matches with the current like understanding of modern science. It gives exact details how everything happens in details, phase by phase manner. So it says that on the first night, the semen mixes with the blood. Fifth night, it forms into a size of a bubble. Then, after 10 days, it, it is of the stage or size of a something like a buttery fruit, small buttery fruit, and then it develops into a flesh. If it is a human newborn born or an egg, if it is a bird. And in the 2 months, the fetus embryo, it starts developing heads, arms, legs, and other limbs. And in the 3rd month, all these different limbs they start manifesting in the 2nd month. In the 3rd month, the nails will start, hair will start, bones and skin develops. And in the 4th month, the 7 dhatus, there are 7 dhatus in the body. So all those dhatus will develop at 4th month. And by the 5th month, it starts developing hunger and thirst in the embryo. So, and it starts moving to the right side. So, generally it is mentioned in Bhagavatam, uh, like mentioned by Acharya, that when in a child in a womb, when he starts moving in the right side of mother, that indicates he was a male. And so at the 6th month, it is like the symptom is going. And if he starts moving in the left side of the mother's womb, then the fetus is a female. So like that indication is given. So and then on the 6th month, like the
Can't
6th,
hear. Hello?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Prabhu. Yeah, I can hear now. It's breaking, but
The 6th month, the he starts developing. Uh, the skin is like kind of covered by the body is covered by a skin. And, what happens at the time that is mentioned, he was like kind of being nourished by mother's food. So in that when he is living there, so whatever mother takes, whatever food that liquid's mother takes, he uh, he starts getting nourished, but he stays in a filthy place, like like which is like it's like mentioned that like where it is not suitable for him to stay, where uh, stool and urine they are also there. So in this way, he is also bound up by arteries and veins within the womb, and then there is a covering on top of it. This way he gets nourishment. Sometimes if mother eats very strong items, like which is like too bitter or too pungent, hot, salty, dry or sour, too salty, too hot, too dry, too sour. All those things affect this person who is lying there. He is not able to tolerate, and he remains there surrounded by some kind of covering and entrails, and his neck is kind of bent. Neck and stomach, back, everything is like bent. The head is downward and the legs are upward. In this way, he is situated in the mother's womb, and he is like he will not be able to move because his embryo is covered by the outer covering. And at that time, he remembers the past life of 100 births, and he remember all those activities, and because of those activities, he understands that he is suffering now, and therefore he doesn't attain happiness there. What happiness can he enjoy there? So, like he, like a lot of grieving is there at that time, remembering, oh, I did that wrong, I did this wrong, like that he suffers. And at the 7th month, there is something called as Suti Vata. Suti Vata means air. Suti means at the time of birth, there is a kind of air which pushes the living entity outside the womb. So that is called Sutivata. So that becomes active. That means that starts pushing that fetus. So therefore he cannot remain in one place. He starts moving. Therefore, at that time, Jiva inside. So some Jiva, like not all Jivas praise, but some Jiva who is devotional in his last like devotionally inclined. So that jiva, because of his previous conditions, he starts offering prayers. So that was mentioned. So in the womb, everyone, according to their previous conditioning, they remember their past life. They are fully materialistic people. They remember their material activities of their past lives. And then if they are jnanis, they remember their jnana process. And if they are yoga, they remember their yoga process. And if they are bhaktas, they kind of remember that bhakti, and because of that bhakti, they start like one of the jiva in previous life, he offered prayers like that. So this jiva will get like whoever uh, remembers the Lord, offers prayers, he will not get this kind of suffering. So the jiva will be liberated. So they will no longer take birth. So in this way, this jiva attained liberation by offering these wonderful prayers. So that past of one of the jiva that is mentioned. So how he is praying to the Supreme Lord. So that jiva starts offering prayers, those prayers in the womb that are mentioned. O Supreme Lord, uh, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I surrender to your lotus feet, which bestow all fearlessness. You, O Lord, you appear in this world, and your lotus feet move on this earth, having accepted your avatars by your own will to protect the world whoever approaches you. But I, being because I am sinful, I have attained this condition of the in the womb. I am suffering in mother's womb. I have that is only because of my previous sinful activities. So that situation I am situated. So I take shelter of your lotus feet. But you are also situated in me as Antaryami. And so, but your position and my position is different. So you appears to be like a soul. Whenever you appear as a material world, you also appear like a normal person, like having body and everything. But all your body, like all your senses, mind, everything, they are all pure. They are not at all contaminated. So you are not at all contaminated and affected by the modes. So your knowledge it will never be destroyed. And because now I am in distress state, now I am able, now I am, you are perceived by me in my distress thought. So to that Lord, I appear. So you are not at all bound by karma, but I am bound by karma and have attained this situation. So, and he further says that I am covered by this body made up of five elements and remaining in a although I'm a spiritual uh, person, I'm a spiritual particle, but still I am now bound up by this body made up of five elements and gunas, sense objects, everything. So therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental, who is superior to Prakriti and other things. So I offer my respectful obeisances to him. So and we like because of him only because of like his maya, I was put into this condition of repeatedly losing my memory again and again, traveling in the path of samsara. So how can I attain the abode of the Lord, which is like how can I attain this escape from this suffering without the mercy of your devotees. So only by causeless mercy of your devotee, the conditioned jiva can start serving the Supreme Lord, and I have attained this situation only by previous my worship of uh, some devotee of the Lord. Therefore, I am able to offer my prayers now. So, and you situated as Paramatma in every living entity. So you give knowledge. So you as situated as Paramatma in my heart, you are giving me this knowledge. So now me who is always treading in the path of karma, so therefore I should worship you, we should surrender unto you to destroy all our three miseries, tapatraya. So therefore I only want to take shelter of you. So this uh, he is offering prayers that I I am a foolish jiva who is like situated in this body, trapped within the womb of my mother, and this situation he explains graphically that I am trapped in the hole filled with stool, urine, blood, and the digestive file, and I want to come out. I am counting the months. When will I get out? So when will I, oh Lord, I will come out of this confinement. So here the jiva in the womb is clearly expressing his inability and his suffering that I'm situated in this, I'm not able to come out. Please help me. When will I come out? He counts that, like for example, a person is in jail and not in ordinary jail. It's like packed in a very congested room where he is not even able to get up, and he is like tormented with so many other things. He always suffer and thinks that how he will get out. So like that, this jiva is thinking that when will I get out? So uh, then his kind of mood kind of changes. Like he thinks that at this time I am like I am having this suffering, and therefore I am offering prayers, but uh, that the Lord is like may say that he is Yame cause of your suffering, like I am a Yame instructing prayer. Then he thinks that actually if I come out of womb, now at this point of time I am remembering the Lord. So by this remembrance I can get liberation. But if I come out of womb, again I will put into illusion. So therefore, uh, I don't want to. I don't want to come out of this womb. So like that, his kind of mood changes. So now he says that I have received this rare blessing that I am a devotee in the womb for 10 months by great mercy that is given by you. So I am awakened to this consciousness of praying to you. So, but uh, because of your mercy alone, I have attained this. So if I cannot repay your mercy except by holding his hands, be satisfied with your own actions. And so in this way, I don't want to come out. I always want to pray here. Like that, his mood changes. And he says that I have a human body, and therefore, in this human body, which is covered by this uh, senses and all the seven dhatus intelligence, I will I will control my senses with the Lord, the intelligence given by the Supreme Lord, and uh, I I will worship the Supreme Lord. I will perceive Him internally and externally. So I do not wish, therefore, I do not wish to come out of this womb and I will, because once I come out, Lord's Maya will capture me again, and I will again forget, and therefore that will again give me samsara. The Maya perverts. So therefore, I will deliver myself here only by completely surrendering unto you, completely offering my consciousness unto you. So in this way, the jiva, a devotee jiva, who has this awakening of the worshipping of the Lord, he prayed to the Lord in the past. In this way, his mood is that, oh, I am suffering so much, please take me out. That is the initial mood. But later on, understanding that remembering the Lord is greater mercy, and I want to stay here so that, because once I got, I don't know, guarantee that I will remember the Lord. So I want to perfect my life in this life. In this way, he prayed to the Lord. So the one of the jiva that prayed. So again, the situation of a living entity, how he comes out, and after the comes out, how he what is his life, that he mentions Kapildev again. That jiva, the womb, like anyone, like he will be propelled out of the womb by the Sutivatan. The, this way he takes birth. So he enter into this birth. Then, like even a devotee jiva who prayed, he will also forget his remembrance of praying to the Lord and suffering. But that person, as soon as he attains some association of devotee, he will start practicing the devotional service again. And because of his previous samskaras, and he attains perfection. But the description is like other living entities, how they suffer. That is being described here. So he, while coming, he comes like upside down, and like his head will come first, and then the body will come. Then he is completely filled with uh, blood, and without memory, memory of his previous births is lost. He falls on the ground, made with blood, and he moves like a worm and cries loudly. So he again enters into, by losing that memory, again enters into the ignorance. So he cries out loudly, and people, they start seeing him, and people in general, they don't understand why in the childhood, when he was born, slowly when he is in the childhood, he always, whenever some disturbance is there, he cries. But people, they don't understand his desires and put him into more desire. Sometimes he is crying out of some insect bite him because his skin is so soft, he cries. But people think he is hungry and feed him. Sometimes he is having hunger, and they are treated in different way. So in this way, in infant he suffers, and sometimes bugs and mosquitoes, they will bite him. So and then he, in this way, he passes that in infancy, and he attains boyhood. So in boyhood, he has lot of desires. So and when his desires are not fulfilled, he always shows anger and sorrow. So he cries, I want this, I want that. In this way, he always suffers in that way. And slowly, he exhibits his nature that are so stubborn, full of desires, quarrel with other boys, and this way he is like always having so many desires. When they are not fulfilled, he fights with others, he wants these things. So in this way, he again entangled in Maya. So in this way, the foolish jiva is completely engrossed in their body. Bhute panchabir arabde dehe dehi aboda Asakrut, the Abudo, he is not understanding his original nature. So continuously he is identifying himself with this body, which is made up of 5 elements. Aham mameti, he thinks that he is his body, and whatever is in connection with the body belongs to me. And asat graha, uh, this is like wrong entanglement, and he accepts which is not permanent to be permanent. He thinks in terms of I and mine. This is the situation of every living entity in this material world, so graphically described by Kapil Dev. So, and further, when he attains youth, he wants to, when he attains the association of sinful people, all his good qualities are destroyed. So generally, good qualities or bad qualities, they will be developed by those association we take. If we associate with good people, we will have good people, good qualities. But if we associate with sinful people, all the good qualities are destroyed. So Satyam, Shaucham, Daya, Maunam, Buddhi, Shri, Hri, Yasha, Kshama, Shama, Dama. All these are good qualities like truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, silence, intelligence, and the beauty and opulence, shyness, pain, forgiveness, control of mind, control of senses. These are all considered as good qualities, but when you associate with simple people, these all qualities will be destroyed. And like that, especially it is mentioned that the people who like associate with opposite gender for the sake of sense gratification, that especially they will become like in the hands of a woman. They will like it is mentioned for both sides. Like man is attached to woman, woman is attached to man. Both sides create lot of attachment. It is mentioned that in this world there is no, for a man there is no bondage or bewilderment greater than that will come through when he is attached to a woman for sense gratification. That is the worst kind of attachment that will that is like very dangerous, and no one is immune to this Maya except the devotees of Lord Narayana. So even he cites an example that Brahmaji once got attracted to his own daughter. So this Brahma is like in some universe somewhere he got attracted. That was mentioned to show the effect. So therefore, one should like only the devotees of Narayana are immune to this attraction to Maya. Otherwise, everyone is attracted. So even great kings, they conquer the whole world, but they are conquered by their their women. So when they enter into palaces. So in this way, man, when he is attached to women for sense gratification, that is a gateway to hell. And similarly, for a woman, when he is attached to man for sense gratification and seeing man as supplying everything, that is also leading to death. So therefore, one should consider understand this situation in this world and seriously take to spiritual life and come out of this suffering of samsara. That is the intention of Kapil Dev describing all these things. In this way, Jiva is undergoing this transmigration. And what is death and what is birth? So there is lot of discussion about what is like after death, everything happens. So Kapil Dev describes what is death and what is birth. So death means a living entity in general, he has this connection. Living entity is having like body subtle body and gross body, right? Subtle body consists of mind, intelligence, and false ego. Gross body consisting of 5 elements. So when a living entity it travels from one body to another body, it takes the subtle body and leaves the gross body, right? Subtle body means all its desires of like enjoyment, they are stored in subtle body. So therefore, with whatever body a living entity performed his acts, either sinful or pious, with that same body he is suffering in this body or enjoying in this body. So that means with the same mentality that he was carrying in the previous life, with that only he is carrying now also. So therefore, like someone may ask, I have committed sin in the previous life. Why am I suffering? The body is gone. So actually, that body is not gone. Only the gross body is gone, but the subtle body is carried towards the next life. So same subtle body with that only that person is suffering or enjoying. So therefore, due to his fruitive activities, he is undergoing all this transmigration. So then what is death? So death means when the subtle body, the connection with that subtle body, with the gross body, when that connection is removed, so the reaction of a jiva with that gross body is removed, so that is called as death. And what is birth? When that connection again established between a subtle body and the gross body. So that is the beginning of again particular type of reaction. So one analogy is given to understand this. For example, our eye is there, and there is a subtle organ called chakshu within our subtle body. So if some blind people are there, for them there is a facility of chakshu, like eye, subtle body, eye is there, but gross eye is not working. So they will not be able to see. So like similarly, when the medium of perception, that means for him, that medium of perception, that eye, gross eye is not there, that person is not able to see, that blind person. Similarly, when the all the body, when that digitic, like all the senses and all the activities, everything that that connection is lost with the subtle body, he will not able to like he lost that connection. So that is called as death. And when he starts doing that connection with some physical body, that is a birth. So uh, so therefore, one should not think that death is end of all in all. So because actually for a soul there is no birth and death. All these are taking place for the uh, gross and subtle body. So subtle body is leaving one gross body and moving to the next body. So therefore, there is no real birth and death for the soul, and actually uh, there is no actual birth and death. So therefore, understanding all these things, the jiva should move in this world without any attachment. With proper vision, by performing devotional service, we should practice like yoga, vairagya, and bhakti with correct vision. We should give up this maya, which is making this world. In this way, Kapil Dev very graphically described how a living entity suffers in birth and then the later stages. Old age and health, they are described in the previous chapter. In 2 chapters, continues how a simple person he suffers, that is mentioned. Now in this chapter, he mentions how a living entity, even if he is performing dharmic activities, karmakandi activities, that also leads to bondage. So therefore, he initially discussed about, and he again explains about little bit about jnana, bhakti, and other things. So when an attached worker, so there are in Vedas, even in Vedas, even in people who are following Vedic scriptures, they Vedas mainly deal with dharma, artha, kama, where you perform some rituals. By following those rituals, you will attain artha, and by that you will attain kama. So many rituals are mentioned. So those rituals, uh, like they are part of karma kanda or dharmic activities. If one is attached to those rituals, so that they will attain kama, their desires will be fulfilled. So those activities, they are called as attached workers. So their path is also, they may attain temporary happiness. They may, they are like kind of averse to bhakti. So there, and they practice dharma with worshipping Pitrus and Devatas. So they may attain temporary happiness in the form of moon planet, but their achievement will be destroyed after some time. So they will come back again. So Kapildev is not talking about some temporary happiness. Like people may perform some things, they may attain happiness for some years, they may attain wealth, they may attain some position, fame, they may be happy for some years, and they will again have to leave all these things and go back at the time of death and take another body. But he is not even extending. He is even extending. Uh, so even he is extending to the next level where uh, people go to even Swarga or moon planet or other planets, they will also come back. So his view is not myopic. Right? There are different views, like only short-term viewing or long-term viewing. Like people may perform activities only for this life. Oh, I may be. Some people may don't care about future, and they will only they don't care about future years of this life. They may start enjoying now only. So they will suffer now. They will suffer in the future years. But some people are careful to take care of future years in this life. Therefore, they are careful present. So that is like one view. But some people are careful for next life also, not only this life, next life. So they may start performing dharma activities and karma kandi activities without bhakti, but they may attain Swarga, but they will again come back. They may attain moon planet, they may again come back. So that is also maybe little extended view, but that is also not long-term view. So even that will also perish. So therefore, his view is like ultimate liberation, like permanent achievement of happiness. So that way he is talking. So therefore, even those planets also get destroyed at the time of night of Brahma. So therefore, what is the like how there can be permanent there? So it's like long-term view. But sometimes that is about sakama workers who want to enjoy in this world, sarga, Lokan. And detached workers, they don't want to desire fruit of their actions. They want to offer them to the Lord. So they travel through sun and they attain liberation. So Nishkam Karma Yogis, their only goal is to attain knowledge and attain perfection. So they offering their fruits of their action to the Lord. They travel through the path of sun. Just like in Vedas, there is some different paths, Achiradi Marga, like that. So they will travel through that path and attain Brahman. And then there are some other worshippers who are like following everything perfectly, they are worshippers of Brahma. So they may enter into Satyaloka, and where they may stay with Brahma. But in case when like all the Brahmas in this universe and all the rishis, they are all devotees of the Lord, uh, they attain liberation. But in some universe, some Brahma, in case if they are not devotees, they are rishis. If, even if so, they even if their situation of highly elevated position, if they don't have bhakti, they will also come back. So these personalities, when they enter Brahmaji's planet, at the time of Brahmaji's life, they will enter into Brahmaji's body, and if they have bhakti, they will liberate it along with Brahma. They attain the shelter of the Lord. But if they don't have bhakti, they will also come back again. So that is the purpose. Like even the worshippers of Hiranyagarbha Brahmaji, they will also come back if they don't have bhakti. So in this way, like again, he mentions that people, they perform their prescribed duties with attachment. Like again, he describes the situation of people who are like kind of attached. So they perform these activities, and uh, they will again and again absorbed in material household affairs. They worship forefathers, and they are averse to Harikatha, only interested in Dharma, Kama, and attached to Gramya Kada. They attain Pitraloka, and then after their pious credits are exhausted, again fall back to earth. So therefore, now you have understood the importance of bhakti and all the other things. Tasmatvam. So therefore, sarva bhavena, with all your feelings, you worship the Supreme Lord. When you have with that bhakti, you attain perfection. So bhakti automatically gives knowledge and detachment. Even if a jnani, still when he performs bhakti, he will attain that jnana. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayodita Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Yad Brahma Darshanam. By performing bhakti to Vasudeva, it automatically very easily produces Vairagya as well as Jnana, by which one can attain liberation. So in this way, uh, that person who is having that bhakti, he is equipoised, and he is transcendental to good and bad, is uncontaminated by matter, and equal in qualities with the Lord. In this way, he practices that bhakti, and uh, he clarifies one of the matter again here, that in different goals, like sometimes people may have uh, like there are three types. Absolute truth is called as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So he gives the gradation. Like Bhagavan only, actually, he appears as Brahman and Paramatma according to the practitioners. Like some person want to achieve Brahman aspect of the Lord, or Paramatma aspect, like Jnanis, Jnana, people who are having the understanding of merging into the Lord, Brahman aspect. They may worship the Lord, but that Brahman aspect, that impersonal aspect of the Lord, it is Bhagavan only, it is one of his feature. So based on their practice, they will be able to see. So that Brahman aspect of the Lord, which is called as Jnana, Kevala Jnana. So that based on the view of the worshipper, Lord only appears as that Brahman, and he only appears as Paramatma. So based on their different practitioners, they see the Lord as Brahman or Paramatma. So for all these yogis, or yoga, jnana, yoga, or bhaktas, for all these things, the common requirement is that they have to develop detachment. So complete detachment only gives them perfection. For the devotees as well as jnana, jnani or yogis. So therefore, common requirement is to asangastu krutnasha, complete detachment is the common requirement for detachment. So, and then he explains that some people may say like everything is false. What is that philosophy? He says that the like every like in this world we see so many things. It is mentioned that this whole universe, everything is rests upon the Supreme Lord. Whatever we are seeing, that in actuality that is reality, but this is very temporary. So all these things that we are seeing, those are actually the manifestations of the Supreme Lord, His energies in different varieties. So the Lord has this aspect of Brahman, or all-pervading nature, impersonal nature, or knowledge feature. So when a living entity has its senses, eye, for example, and eye is able to see different forms. So all those different forms are actually the different manifestation of the Lord's energies. So therefore, the living entity he is getting entangled by seeing that different forms. Oh, this is very beautiful form, very this thing. But actually, those are all variegatedness of the one aspect, like variegatedness of the energy of the Lord. So they all the variegatedness that Maya is showing. So just like one pradhana prakriti, he expanded into pradhana and ahankara threefold, through which the five senses, five objects have developed. So all these variegated, all these things have come upon by the agitation of the prakriti. So that prakriti, that variegatedness that he sees is a manifestation of one prakriti. So when a living entity understands that all the variety I am experiencing through my senses is actually the manifestation of the knowledge aspect of the Lord, uh, he comes to the understanding that everything is coming from the Lord. So because of that, he attained he attains he detachment. So in this way, by faith and bhakti, he will be able to get detached. So in this way, he attains perfection. In this way, he speaks about jnana also in brief. So through many processes that one may say, through jnana one may attain Brahman, through yoga one may attain Paramatma, and by bhakti one may attain Bhagavan. So how to understand all these three things? So he gives one nice analogy for us to understand. So there is one object, milk, but the same milk is viewed by different senses in different ways. Eye sees, oh, it is white in color. Hand, and it touches, it says, oh, it is very hot. When ear hears that it is a milk, or it hears its song. Nose smells, oh, it is very fragrant. Tongue tastes it in a different way. Oh, it tastes very nice. So like that, one object appears differently through different senses. So similarly, the Supreme Lord, but the mind, who is the Supreme Sense, he understands in a whole way. So similarly, Bhagavan is the complete understanding. But the same Bhagavan, when viewed through different processes, he appears as Brahman, he appears as Bhagavan. In this way, the one aspect of the Lord is viewed in different ways. So in this way, by practicing various angas of yoga, I have explained all these kinds of yoga. Uh, the, by practicing all the bhakti elements I have explained. So I have given this knowledge to you. So please, he says that previously that uh, you practice by this practice of various angas of yoga and with all the whatever dharma and everything, sakam, nishkam, varnashram activities. With when bhakti is added, all those things. This way, one by developing detachment, one should elevate themselves. So and then attain perfection by bhakti. So in this way, I have mentioned about the process of bhakti. I have mentioned about time, and I have mentioned about how jivas entangled in the samsara. So in this way, I have mentioned four kinds of bhakti, three kinds of guna bhakti, guni bhakti in the tamogun, rajogun, and sattvagun, and one kind of nirguna bhakti. So these teachings that I have given, these should not be given to people who are envious, proud, agnostic, who sees differently, who are material attached, who are attached to family affairs, those who don't have bhakti. Especially, we should not give these teachings to those who hate devotees. And one should give these teachings to faithful devotees who are respectful, friendly to everyone, eager to render service, who are detached, who are peaceful, unselfish, and for him whom I am the most dear. So, and whoever faithfully hears or speaks this topic, they will attain the lotus feet. So, Mother Devhuti, hearing these prayers, she became completely freed of ignorance, and she offered prayers. These prayers she offered, that she considers that, oh Lord, you are uh, you are born like Brahmaji was born from your lotus navel, and he sees you from his above, that you are lying down in a ocean, and but you, with that body that he sees is very spiritual. All your senses, mind, everything is completely spiritual, and you are the source of the uh, all the universe and all the gunas. From you only everything will come. Brahmaji was born you, and you are having completely unlimited, inconceivable powers. You like with your shaktis, with your various energies, you create all this material creation through your energies, and that shakti is like you where you create, you are like appears like a, sometimes you are see that Shakti that you exhibit, that you are like basically she is addressing that. How can you, the theme of the Huti prayer is that, how can you, Supreme Lord, from whom this whole world is coming, you are situated in my womb. How is it possible? That is her astonishing. So you are not ordinary child. Even at the time of destruction of this whole universe, you lie as Vatapatra Shai as a child, and you, as a pastime, you lick your own thumb. So lotus feet. So people like devotees always take shelter of the lotus feet, and they experience lot of pleasure. So Lord is saying, "Oh, what is there in my lotus feet?" So, but if you want to taste, he cannot taste. Therefore, he became a child and tasting his own lotus feet. That's how some people explain. So you are Vatapatra Shai at the time of you are sometimes seen as a child at the time of Yuganta. So it is not astonishing. But so you are such spiritual form you have created. It is very astonishing that you have appeared from my womb, such a lowly woman as me. So that is very astonishing. So you appear to destroy sin, and you make the teachings of jnana and bhakti the path, and the world will prosper by us. And she glorifies the name of the Lord. She says that just by hearing the name of the Lord, or glorifying the name, or one who remembers the Lord, or offering obeisances, even a Chandala becomes eligible to perform sacrifice. So what to speak of a person who directly sees? So this is a supreme glorification of holy name, where Mother Devati is saying that even prarabdha karma will go away by chanting the holy name. So prarabdha karma means the person that he is suffering current life sufferings. So those sufferings will also go away if one chants the holy name. So that's what she is implying. So Shwadopi means even a Chandala, he has attained that birth because of his previous sinful activities. But he is eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices because he is completely purified by chanting the holy name of the Lord. So that is the supreme glory of bhakti, supreme glory of chanting the holy name. And she further explains that person, Shapacho, is a dog eater, but still, when the name of the Lord is on his teeth, so that means he is greater than even the Bhakta. He is greater than even a he is most respectable than all others, Brahmanas, all other things, because he need not perform austerities. Like he has already, it is implied that one who is chanting the holy name, he is already performed all the austerities, all the scriptural study, or all the sacrifices he has performed. So therefore, those who are chanting your holy name on their tip, those not even continuously, those who are occasionally chanting your name, uh, wanting to please you, they are more highly situated. They have performed all those things. So that is the glory of your holy name. So that is glory of your bhakti. So therefore, I offer my obeisances to you who are Brahman, Supreme Person, who is object of meditation, who destroys the three modes, Vishnu, the repository of Vedas, Vedagatam. In this way, Mother Devahuti offered prayers. So Kapila was very pleased and thought that by bhakti I have taught, by practicing this, you will easily achieve prema to me. Have faith in this and you will achieve fearlessness. So Mother Devahuti has approached Kapila for fearlessness. So Kapila has instructed all these things so that she will attain fearlessness. So in this way, she offered fearlessness to Mother Devahuti and took her permission and he left. So Devahuti, she engaged in that bhakti, performed severe activities. The Kardamuni's palace is so opulent. It is filled with beautiful gardens, flower trees, songs, singing Gandharvas, and so many luxurious beds, cottages are there. But because she developed love for the Lord, she developed all the detachment from all these household opulence. So he lamented for her son in Vatsalya Rasa. So in that way, she developed prema. She quickly became unattached and continuously meditated on the Lord, as Kapil Dev mentioned. So he practiced Bhakti Yoga, and by that he developed renunciational knowledge and pure mind. She fixed her mind on Bhagavan, and all her material designations were gone away, and therefore she attained bliss. So, because of that bliss, she forgot her body, and because there is no anxiety, she is experiencing bliss. There is not big. She didn't become thin. She was good, nice only. She was completely absorbed in Vasudeva. Vasudeva protected her body. And in this way, she attained perfection in the place called Siddhapada. And her body is still flowing as a river. And anyone who takes in that body, is river, they will attain perfection. And Kapil Dev, he went into eastern direction at Ganga Sagar. He is residing still there, performing austerities for the welfare of the three world. In this way, he is still residing in at Ganga Sagar near Calcutta. There, some of his pastimes are also later mentioned, like how Sagara, Bhagirathi, then Ganges also comes through his action. That will also we'll see later. In this way, the Kapila's teachings are mentioned. Whoever hears or teaches, he there attains the Lord. So this is the supreme glory of hearing Kapilidev's teachings. This way, third canto ends. So, the Kapila's teachings as well as the third canto is we have concluded. It is very nice that we have. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, I wanted to call you. Can you send the same WhatsApp I can call you?
Yes, bro. Same WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay. I will call you probably what is that? Tomorrow, Sunday. I will call you.
Whenever you are free.
Sunday evening. I probably I'll call you.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for your patient listening, everyone. It's an
Hare
opportunity.
Krishna, Prabhu.
What is
Bhagavatam.
that, Prabhu?
I'm saying it is an opportunity for me to speak Bhagavatam and go in depth to Bhagavatam. Then hope you are all getting benefited by hearing Bhagavatam.
Yes,
Of
Prabhuji.
course, Prabhu. Very good explanation.
You explain very perfectly.
So we'll continue with the fourth canto, Daksha episode, and stories will come more of now. Like most philosophy is covered till now. Now more of stories may come. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Srimad.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki